Let's be real, the comparison seems almost too easy, right? Super strength? Check. Flight? Here, they are shockingly close. Both have pulled off insane feats like moving planets. And Shazam's strength of Hercules puts him right in Superman's weight class. Superman has his famous weaknesses, kryptonite and a red sun, but his third, and maybe most exploitable weakness, is magic. His Kryptonian biology, the very thing that makes him bulletproof, offers zero special protection against supernatural forces. A magical attack hits Superman just like it would hit a normal person. He might be granted the wisdom of Solomon, but at his core, he's still a kid. His decisions are often filtered through youthful innocence and inexperience. Drop your verdict in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives that settle the biggest comic book debates, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. This can be his biggest downfall. He might hesitate, he could be tricked, and he might not have the killer instinct that a cornered Superman can unleash. This is the final, a fascinating piece of the puzzle. Does Shazam's massive magical advantage cancel out Superman? Has decades of experience and tactical genius? In a lot of comics, they're treated as equals, a total stalemate in a punching contest. Magic. Every single punch he throws is a magical fist. Every bolt of lightning he calls down is a raw, undiluted magical attack. This isn't about trying to outpunch Superman. The answer is a hard no. They're fundamentally different heroes, built from the ground up in completely different ways. It's the differences under the hood that truly define them. Superman might be the ultimate Boy Scout and a physical titan, but Shazam's magical nature makes him a direct counter to the Man of Steel's greatest vulnerability. The experience gap keeps it from being a slam dunk. But in a one-on-one fight, the hero whose entire being is his opponent's weakness holds the ultimate advantage. The so-called copy is actually the perfect weapon. It's about hitting him with the one thing he's truly vulnerable to. While Superman might shrug off a regular lightning bolt, Shazam's lightning is the pure essence of magic, capable of hurting, or even depowering, a Kryptonian. This is Shazam's ultimate trump card. It's the ace up his sleeve that completely changes the rules of the game. Check. There's one more critical difference. Experience. Superman is Clark Kent, a grown man, a seasoned fighter, and a tactical leader who has spent a lifetime mastering his powers. He knows how to fight, when to be ruthless, and how to outthink his enemies. Basically, indestructible? Check. For years, tons of fans have written off Shazam as a magical Superman, a carbon copy with a lightning bolt instead of an S. But what if that's completely missing the point? What if the things that make them different don't just make them unique, but actually tell us who's the more powerful hero? The answer is probably not what you're thinking. To be fair, the magical Superman tag didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Their powers are incredibly similar, and they're both heavy hitters in the DC universe. One is Kal-El, an alien refugee who soaks up our yellow sun for his godlike abilities. The other is Billy Batson, a kid chosen by a wizard to wield the power of mythological gods. Strength, speed, durability, they've got it all. On top of that, Shazam, originally called Captain Marvel, was created back in the 40s to compete with Superman's insane popularity, which just adds fuel to the fire that he's a knockoff. So if you're just looking at the surface, it seems like case closed. Shazam is just Superman with a magic word. But that's where the real story kicks in. Once you actually start to break down their abilities, the whole carbon copy idea falls apart. Let's talk raw strength. But what about speed? This is where a small but crucial gap starts to appear. Shazam is blessed with the speed of Mercury, and don't get me wrong, the guy is blazingly fast. However, most of the evidence gives Superman the edge. We've seen the Man of Steel keep pace with the Flash and travel at near light speed, something Shazam doesn't consistently do. So, in a purely physical race, it looks like Superman has a slight advantage. But a fight between these two is never just about the physical. And that brings us to the biggest, most important factor in this whole debate. Magic. And what is Shazam's entire power source? But raw power isn't the whole story. Shazam, on the other hand, is Billy Batson. So, is Shazam just a magical Superman? But that's my breakdown. What do you think? Who takes the win in this legendary DC showdown?